How you living? Welcome to my channel. I'd like to take this video to give honor to God, take a moment to give thanks, and just to stop and pause. There's so much going on, and that's by design. It's not random. It's so much going on to create an outcome that you just sometimes get lost in the sauce. And there's all this news and fake news and fake news that you get lost, and you just gotta step away and just thank God for what you have. And this is the greatest country on earth in my book, and we are struggling. We are really struggling to maintain what we have in due process, when you could just, and I'm not talking about what you might think I'm talking about, but just the whole concept of if somebody or a government or people could just say, accuse you of something without any evidence, and then you're locked up. And so I just want to share maybe 6 minutes of, maybe to me is probably some of the most underrated story or news out there.
Christmas, the deplorable is on deck. It's now okay to think.
Brunson, he really pushed the Turkish economy to the brink, and in the end, he ultimately got what he wanted, Sean.
Freed by the Trump administration. Here's Pastor Brunson praying with the president at the White House over the weekend. Take a look.
Lord God, I ask that you pour out your Holy Spirit on President Trump, that you give him supernatural wisdom to accomplish all the plans you have for this country and for him. I ask that you give him wisdom on how to lead this country into righteousness.
So glad you're out. I know how many worked on your behalf, talked about your case often, Jay Sekulow, the president. You were held for 18 months. I had no reason, no understanding why. And you were held in a cell designed for 8, and there were 21 people. Correct?
Yes, for part of that time, it was a very crowded cell, and part of the time I was also in isolation, so it was a very difficult time. And I was surprised because I had never really considered prison as a possibility and counted the cost for that.
Yeah. How were you treated, sir?
I was treated well by the prisoners I was with.
And they were not of your faith?
They weren't, and that was one of the very difficult things, is that I was isolated by culture and by language, but especially by religion, and it was very difficult to be the only Christian among them.
When you found out what you were being held for, which was your faith, what did you think?
Well, what was surprising is that they told me that I was being held for terrorism and for trying to overthrow the government, and the truth is that we had been preaching Jesus Christ there. That's why we were in Turkey for 23 years up until that time, is to share the gospel of Jesus Christ with Turks. We've done that openly and never had a problem. So it was very shocking to be accused of terrorism. Well, when I was arrested and it kept going on, and it seemed that there was no way out, and I lost a lot of hope. And what helped me, I began to see that there was value in my suffering, especially as time went on. I saw that many people around the world began praying for me, and I began to see that God was all about that.
How did you hear about that?
Well, this was especially through my wife, because she was the only contact I really had with the outside world, and she could visit me for about half an hour every week through a glass and speaking on the phone, and she would bring encouragement to me and tell me that people were praying for me. And as I learned that, I began to see that God was involved in this and that God was going to do something with my suffering that had value.
What did you say this morning in your...
Well, I've been accused of trying to overthrow the government, of being aligned with the Fethullah Gulen terrorist movement, also being part of the PKK, which is a Kurdish group.
Must not be guilty of wrongful deeds. Let us not seek to satisfy our thirst for freedom by drinking from the cup of bitterness and hatred.